Good evening. I'm Dan Burritt. From the rise of far-right groups to the distribution of racist pamphlets, in recent months, racism has been more out in the open. Tony McAleer thinks he understands why. In the 1990s, the BC man was a recruiter for white supremacist groups. Now he heads a nonprofit that helps people leave racism behind. He spoke at an anti-racism forum tonight in Surrey. Our Bel Puri was there.
In the 1990s, Tony McAleer was all about hatred and racism.
I'm white and I'm proud, and I'm a racist.
He attended cross burnings, ran a racist telephone message system, and recruited other white supremacists. 20 years later, Tony McAleer is a different person.
Nobody should feel afraid, and when there are people feeling afraid, we as a community, not just this community, but all communities, and I'm an ally with you in this, to make sure that those people don't feel afraid.
McAleer now leads a nonprofit group that helps people leave racist and far-right organizations. He spoke at an anti-racism forum in one of the most ethnically diverse communities in the country.
Ego and identity become intertwined, and the ego doesn't want to let go of that right away. It takes time, and the more I become connected to myself, the more I can recognize the humanity in others, and the ideology no longer holds any weight.
McAleer blames his past racist views and behaviors on childhood trauma and being bullied. Then there was a pivotal moment in his life. McAleer became a father. Suddenly, he began to question his ideology, and slowly he withdrew from racist organizations. At the height of his fight for a whites-only enclave on the West Coast, McAleer often went head-to-head with Charn Gill. Gill took him to court in a bid to shut down the racist proclamations. Now Gill is front and center to hear McAleer speak.
I believe people do change. As a social worker, I say people, their behavior changes. But one thing I'm sure, that we have to continue to fight for social justice, equality, and fairness.
McAleer agrees.
When people have good jobs and there's lots of money to go around and they have all of those needs met, multiculturalism, I think, holds well. The second that starts to deteriorate, people then start to get fearful, and they want to blame others. I always like to say, multiculturalism works until we have to compete with our neighbor in the street for a crust of bread, and then it's all bets are off.
McAleer says his hope now is to inspire people to be compassionate and forgiving. Bel Puri, CBC News, Surrey.